Audio and visual sync in 3, 2, 1. Those are the wrong fingers. Hey humans, how's it going? It's Chani today here. It has been a hot minute since I've done one of these. I know I haven't really done any chatty videos, but there's been so much going on behind the scenes, and I promise you guys can find out all about that really soon. If you haven't done so yet, I have been super active over on my Twitch, of course casting a whole ton of Call of Duty content. Let us jump into today's video. I have a long overdue Q&A. I've been asking people for questions all over the place, over Instagram, over Twitter, in my Discord. If you haven't joined my Discord and you're interested in that kind of thing, the link is down below. You can totally come and join us. We usually ask each other what's for lunch because, hey, it's an extension on my Twitter and I've been asking that for like 4 years. But anyway, besides the point, let's jump into some questions. Are you coming to Witbank? I don't know, maybe in the future. What are you looking most forward to this year? Now, this was asked on the 11th of January already, so if I'd answered in January, this question would probably been answered in the form of like, I don't know, casting more Call of Duty and being involved more in the scene. And all of the after action report stuff, whereas now, because it's in March and I've already announced a whole bunch of stuff and obviously my life trajectory has changed a bit, I am looking so forward to CWL London in May. So if you haven't found out about that just yet, I did do a little bit of announcement in a recent after action report episode. My favorite chocolate is the Mint Wonder Bar. Thanks, Beetle. What's for lunch? I don't know, ask me in my Discord. Are you gonna stream some Siege? I think you should play it on Xbox. Honestly, I got Rainbow Six Siege and I've never been so tilted in my life. Clearly because I approach it as a Call of Duty player, not as a Siege player. Cannot handle it, it is too slow for my liking. I will stick to Call of Duty, thank you. Batman or Superman? It better be Superman, cough cough. Well, like, Superman, ooh, Batman, ooh, I prefer Batman cause his pitch like this. Not really though. If someone wants to possibly start creating gaming content or streaming, any advice? Just start. If you have the bare basics, because obviously between starting a YouTube channel and doing gaming stuff, there are some technical requirements. I mean, if you have a console, it usually has a built-in ability to record gameplay. Sometimes it is in segments, so you will need to edit it together and all that stuff. But just start. Don't think that you need like the top range kind of setup. I did not have this gaming setup when I started making YouTube videos. You can go check my older stuff on my channel. I have built this up over the years, and I'm very fortunate to have done so. Thoughts on Halo? Played the series through once. I prefer Gears of War, but in the same breath, I mean, hello, Call of Duty exists, so... What made you fall in love with the Call of Duty and The Sims? So COD, I actually got involved vice versa in that I watched it before I played it myself. World War II was the first game I actually ever played. I've been watching Call of Duty competitive since Ghost, so that's probably why I have such a strong love and affinity to the competitive side rather than just like the campaign and like the story and whatever. So that's Call of Duty. Sims I've been playing since the first Sims came out when I was like yay little big. I know I'm still pretty much like the yay little big because I'm short, but that's what I fell in love with those series. If you had one wish that could come true, what would it be? Also, you can't ask for more wishes. Can I ask for more genies? Serious question. Want to chat someday? Please, I love your channel. Join my Discord. Xbox One or PS4? I have both. I'm very fortunate to have both. And when it comes to which game I'm gonna get on which platform, I always ask my friends who's getting this on which platform, and then I go where most of my friends are gonna be. Can you build your own PC? I actually had a really great opportunity from MSI over the past month that they actually loaned me a machine to stream off of. So that was the MSI GT75 Titan, and that was absolutely amazing. Obviously allowed me to stream. And PC Master Race, yeah, it's got its benefits. Hey, I played Sea of Thieves on PC and it was like amazing. Played with a controller though, so I'm still a console peasant at heart, but I can see what everyone's going on about when it comes to graphics and stuff for PC. Did you do your own nails like the ones that you had for Black Ops 4? No, I go to Sorbet, hashtag not sponsored. What would you have wanted to do if you didn't end up doing what you do now? I would have probably still been in the events industry, still working at the agency as a graphic designer, so I wouldn't have gone into content full time. When's your next fan events public meet and greet? So go check out on my TikTok. I am doing another meet and greet in Durban this weekend because I am doing a whole bunch of stuff with Samsung. So I will be at the Gateway Theatre of Shopping. Details are in the description below, so come hang out. I was there last weekend and will be there again this weekend. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Happy. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, as long as I'm happy, I know I've achieved in life. How do I make esports my career? Just carry on the grind, friend. You need to also figure out where within esports do you want to be. Do you want to be in the organization? Do you want to be talent? Do you want to be production? Where do you want to be? Do you want to be a player? It all comes down to grind. Every single aspect of esports has their own respective grind, so you're just going to have to be wanting to put in the hard work. Detro says you need to play Fortnite. I have been playing Fortnite though on mobile, but still, I have been playing. Apex Legends, honest thoughts, gameplay and industry-wise. I was playing with tryhard friends, and then I went on and played with potato friends. Not my cup of tea. Apart from Blackouts, I have never been a Battle Royale fan, so before I even jumped into Blackouts, I was not a fan of the Battle Royale genre, still am not. I just happen to enjoy Blackout because it's related to COD. But yeah, I never enjoyed Fortnite really, I never enjoyed PUBG, and then Apex came along and it is very Overwatchy for me. And I mean, I get that it's taken like the whole world by storm and it's doing so well and it's found its own little niche, but personally it's not my cup of tea. Hey, I stick to Blackouts. I know everyone's like, oh Chani, but it's so much better than Blackout. I like Blackout, so I'm gonna stay playing Blackout because it's like a battle royale but it's COD, so it has that differentiator for me, whereas Apex is too Overwatchy for me. So I don't know. Sorry, you were looking for a more in-depth answer there, but it's not going to get it from me. I just don't like the game mode. I can appreciate it, and I like watching it. When Tech Girl and G-Max did the whole stock legend thing, that was cool. I enjoyed watching that, but that's because they made it fun. But that's besides the point. I was watching once again. Do you have a job besides YouTube? Yes, I like to pay my bills on time every month. But a lot of people actually ask me this question. It's like, oh my god, YouTube's your full-time job. No, 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 no. I'm a freelance graphic design and social media consultant. I know that is a really long title, but it basically means that I can do design stuff for people that want stuff done, and then I can also help people run their social media. So if you're a brand, agency, company, whoever you are, and you want help running your social media, whether you don't know how to use Facebook pages, or if you don't know how to run an Instagram or a Twitter account, or whatever the case may be, I help people with that. So I have diplomas in a bunch of social media and digital marketing. I have my bachelor's of arts in graphic design. I have a real job. I'm just a freelancer, so I work from home, and that allows me, because I work from home and because I'm a freelancer, I get to do full-time content. Do you like dogs? I love dogs. I have 5 of my own and I love them very, very much. I have a Dalmatian, which I recreated in The Sims. You can go check that out. But I also love cats. I'm just an animal person in general. I love any form of animal. The only thing that I'm not a big fan about is Christmas beetles. And they're an insect and they're really gross. But I'm not going to go out of my way to kill them either. So, like, I'm that kind of person within our family that if there's a spider on the wall, I'll, like, catch it with a cup and paper and I'll take it outside. Because nothing deserves to die because it just happened to find its way into your house for no reason. How many countries haven't you visited and which countries would you like to visit? So I have never been outside of South Africa until May this year when I'm going to London CWL. But yeah, so obviously I'm looking forward to getting into the UK. But I do also have on my hit list, I want to go to Spain because I used to be a Spanish dancer. I want to go to Italy because I used to do ballet, and the ballet form that I did, Shaketi, comes from or originated from Italy. So I'd love to go there because it's like the birthplace of the ballet style that I did for like 16 years. I would also love to go to Scotland and Ireland because that's where my heritage comes from. From my mom's family, I have part Irish, and then from my dad's family, I have part Scottish. So that's really cool. So those are countries I would absolutely love to go to. Obviously, the States has to be on that list as well. Australia, just because I want to go hug koala bears because I love koalas. I don't know if you can see any on my video based off my viewfinder. Is currently really tiny. I have a bunch of koalas in my setup that I've got like scattered around. I even have on like my microphone. Hang on, I'm gonna pick you up for 2 seconds. I have one on my microphone. I have on both of my lights. I have a bunch of koalas throughout the setup that I asked Beetle 001 to bring me back from Australia when he was there. I absolutely love koalas, so I would love to go to Australia for that. And yeah, there's a ton of other countries I would love to visit, but obviously I'm going to London in May, so priority numero uno. Who is your favorite superhero? Am I allowed to say number 4 from Umbrella Academy? Serious question. I have now rewatched that series 3 times. I am in love with that series. If you haven't watched Umbrella Academy, this isn't sponsored in any way, shape, or form, but go watch it if you have a Netflix account. If you don't have a Netflix account, get your own Netflix account and watch the Umbrella Academy. It is amazing. Loki would love to marry Robert Sheehan. Just saying. He does. He plays Klaus. And I don't know, I just love him. So much so that I've started watching Misfits. But anyway, besides the point. So Does that count as a superhero? If not, Mystique from X-Men. In your earlier days, what was your dream job or career path? So if you had spoken to me when I was like 5 years old, I wanted to be a vet, and then I realized all the realities of being a vet and how you're gonna actually have to put a lot of animals down and stuff, and you're gonna have to see people, like animals, in severe like health issues, and I just don't have the heart for that. Like, I can barely take my dog to the doggy parlor where they have to be in cages for the time that they're there to get their hair groomed, because they're loved so much that people are willing to have their hair cut specially, and I cannot handle that. I cannot handle seeing dogs in cages or any animals in cages for that to that point. So I wanted to be a vet when I was really, really little. Then I obviously got very involved with ballet dancing. So then for the entirety of like my primary school into beginning of high school career, I wanted to go into being a professional ballet dancer. Unfortunately, there were some harsh realities. I'm short, I got really bad turnout and all of that. So professional ballet dancer, not so much. So then I decided to go into the graphic design field. I've known what I wanted to do officially from grade 9, where I decided I wanted to become a graphic designer, and that's what I ended up doing. And now I use the graphic design to back up what I do for YouTube and all of the other things. So that's cool. That kind of worked out as well. It's always great when my parents are like, Chantal, we paid so much for your degree. Do you ever use it? And I'm like, every day. I wake up tomorrow, I hate my logos, I can redo everything free of charge. What are you most looking forward to when you go to CWL London? Let me explain something to those of you who aren't necessarily Call of Duty fans or competitive Call of Duty fans. And like me going to CWL London, CWL standing for Card World League, is basically like going to a FIFA World Cup soccer game. Like, it is a very, very big deal. It's like the World Cup of, okay, it's not Champs, because Champs happens in August, and that's like our World Cup. But this is like the qualifying events to get towards the World Cup. So it's kind of a really, really big deal for me to be able to go to an event where I sit up. I mean, Fort Worth is happening this weekend, which is one of the same tier levels of event that I'm going to. So I'm going to London, it's happening in May. Fort Worth is happening now this weekend in March. And it's just this whole thing about me. I sit and I watch these streams. I mean, I watch the Pro League day in and day out. And I mean, I run off American time while the Pro League is on and while these events are on, because the streams only start at like 10 p.m. our time here in South Africa, and they run until 4, 5 p.m. the following morning. And I try not to miss a single game. Obviously, sometimes I do need to put my sleep schedule ahead of my wanting to watch as much Call of Duty as possible, but I sit and I watch these streams and I watch these players and I follow them all on social media and I watch the content that they're producing. I jump into their streams, and for me, like, this is the biggest thing for me, to be able to know that and it actually hasn't like hit me officially just yet. I think when we get closer to me actually leaving, it'll become more of a reality. But for me to be able to go to this event and watch the game that I would normally be watching at home here in my setup on stream, watching it getting played in person and being in that environment and actually seeing the players that I followed online for so long, like, I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's like, I'm so excited. Naturally, I'm excited to see family and friends while I'm in London as well. But for me, the biggest thing is getting to be able to see the players play Call of Duty in real life, like in person. I think that's the biggest thing for me, because I sit watching these streams. I cannot express to you how many hours I've spent watching these streams over the past couple of years. I'm very, very fortunate, and I realize that I'm in a very, very fortunate position to be able to send myself to London and pay for the trip and get there and get the visas and flights and everything else sorted to be able to go and watch this in person. So we'll chat closer to the time about when it's becoming more real in my brain, but for now it's just a, oh, that's cool, I'm going there. But like, I think the closer and closer we get to it, I'm like, oh my god, I'm actually going to be seeing people like Scump and Attach and Crimsix and Karma and like Formal and Maven, and of course I've met Benson when he was in South Africa when he was here for Black Ops 3. But I mean, getting to see all of those people IRL is gonna be crazy. Anyway, Call of Duty aside, do you believe in unicorns? I believe in the magic of unicorns. Like, hey, how have you managed to keep your content so original across the board? I just believe in being myself. I am the exact same person on camera and that I am off camera. Like, that is just, I just believe in, we all human differently, and I'm humaning to the most true human that I can be. Do you do any sports or just gym? Does running around in blackout count? Asking for a friend. Any particular spots you'd like to hit while in London? The CWL aside, I'm really looking forward to going to Harry Potter World just because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Do you want more tattoos? So many. so many. The list is actually endless of how many tattoos I actually want, but all in due time. If you could wish for anything, what would it be? I think I answered this earlier from a different person, but because I gave them a little bit of a troll answer, I will, if I could wish, and this is going to get super deep for 2 seconds, but I would just wish for everyone in the world to be happy. And hopefully that miraculously solves all the world's problems. But I feel like as humans, we're genetically designed to self-destruct. But yeah, that got a little bit deep for 2 seconds, but I think I would wish for everyone to be happy. DC or Marvel? Marvel? For sure, Marvel. When are you getting your next tattoo? Well, I'm paying for an entire London trip, so probably once I'm back from London and I've saved again, that'll probably be a thing. What is your favorite cartoon? Anything from like the classic, and when I say classic, my childhood days of Cartoon Network, so like late 90s to like mid 2000s. I feel like that was absolutely the best time. I went through a whole conversation with this in my Discord the other day, so shameless plug back to my Discord. There was a question that came in from Twitter that stuck with me that I didn't actually have screenshots here, in that my game hit list for 2019, I'm obviously going to play as much Call of Duty as physically possible. It's a good game, so I'm enjoying Black Ops 4 as much as possible. I am also loving Sea of Thieves. I managed to hit Pirate Legend way ahead of the year anniversary, so I managed to hit Pirate Legend in 316 days. Obviously, I didn't play every single day, but from the time of me playing on launch day, 20th of March 2018, I hit Pirate Legend earlier in the year. So that's really cool. I've seriously been loving that. I'm excited in the same breath, looking forward to Skull and Bones. And then, yeah, from a gaming hit list, I mean, I've got such a bad backlog. It's actually embarrassing about how many games I still need to play. But yeah, that is gonna be the end of the video. I wanted to do a little bit of a quick fire Q&A since it has been a long overdue. If you do have any new questions, make sure you ask them either in the comments over on my Discord, or you can just pop them on Twitter using the hashtag AskShani. You can also use them on Instagram using hashtag AskShani, but usually on Instagram I'll post a story. But anyway, that is the video. I hope you did enjoy it. Make sure to leave a like if you did, subscribe if you are new around here. Remember that we all human differently, and I'll see you guys again soon. Cheers!